Red Edition, welcome, happy day. Hey, are you getting what you want out of your government, or is the government taking what it wants from you? Professional politicians, that's kind of what they're about. I mean, wouldn't it be great to have a country without politicians, or at least have statesmen to replace the politicians? Just saying. In Calgary, Canada, the police recently have charged a senior citizen with a firearms-related offense for allegedly opening fire after someone tried to smash their way into his home. Why aren't you allowed to do that? I mean, here's a guy, apparently had bad knees, he's had surgery and a variety of other things, and some young guys try to break his door down. Of course you're going to get a gun and start blasting. As it turned out, he didn't hit the guy. That's unfortunate. But what is the issue? Oh, I know. The Liberal government back in 1995, they changed the rules. They said, you people are too stupid to look after yourselves, so we're going to do it for you from now on. Get a cop on the phone, don't get a gun in your hand. And the Conservative government has had 7 years in power, and they've said, that's all right. We're not going to change it. It's too complicated. You guys just keep on dying. The good guys will do that. And the bad guys, they'll just keep on doing what they do, being themselves in a work-safe environment. I'm digressing a little bit, or kind of wandering maybe, but you know what? It's accurate stuff. It's kind of like living in a house, right? And then the relatives come over and you don't like them. That'll be the Liberals. You're a Conservative. They move all the furniture around. 7 years later, you come back and you don't put it back. You keep stumbling over top of what was rearranged. And the Liberals did that. The Conservatives are doing that. They're the stumblers now. For heaven's sakes, fix it. Be allowed to defend yourself. What is up with this kind of stuff? I mean, this guy obviously should have had firearm legal defense. That's an insurance policy here in Canada that shouldn't even be needed. It's needed, though, because of the goofy system that they have. Good guys are charged all the time for a variety of different stupid things. And you need to have that $95 a year. Have a look at the little icon and go to our website and click it and go to it and buy it. Get a policy to protect yourself from the, the overzealous policemen, because they charge the wrong people all of the time. Talking about guns, now let me get to bullets, okay? Here is an interesting thing. Pork-infused radical ammunition. Some people here, it's pretty creative, you know. They've taken bullets and they've put pork in them, in the bullets, and they're saying, hey, now if we go shoot a bad guy, an Islam crazy guy, a jihad guy, or whatever the verbiage is, he won't want to be shot from us, so hopefully he won't fight with us, because all bad things happen to him. It's a new pork infused ammo. Long story there, but you know what? You have to check it out on our site to read it all. With this show, you just go down and press a button. Somewhere in the verbiage comes up, and then you'll know toy guns can be realistic enough to scare people and draw potentially deadly fire from policemen, right? Now, the city of Lakewood in California wants to get tougher on kids who play with toy guns. Let's lock them up. The parents, of course, are saying, guys, go out and catch real bad guys. I mean, you see a little kid walking around. This has been going on since the beginning of time. When I was a kid, my mom still tells me from time to time, as soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I put my 6 guns on, and I didn't get arrested or do anything bad, and I still haven't. Still time, though, isn't there? But you know what? It's silly. It's just silly. I mean, get over it. Use some stats, because stats and stats are interesting things, I mean, that's reality. If you use stats, everybody would be carrying a gun. I mean, I know that sounds a little bizarre to some of you people who don't like guns, maybe, but I gotta tell you, more guns equals less crime. Everywhere people carry guns. I've gone from kids with guns to real people I know. I'll come back to kids in a second. But statistically speaking, crime drops by an average of 42% when bad guys know that some good guys could have guns if they want to. Back to kids. I mean, come on. Do kids really rob banks or shoot anybody? When was the last time you heard about it happening? How about never? It doesn't happen. A fellow recently sent me an email. At the bottom of the email it said this, and I thought it was so cute. I got to share it with you, because today everybody wants to go out and have group hugs, right? At 3 o'clock, every liberal's out there hugging. Here it is. It's okay to print this email. Paper is a biodegradable, renewable, sustainable product made from trees. Growing and harvesting provides jobs for millions and millions of men and women, and working forests are good for the environment, providing clean air, clean water for wildlife and wildlife habitat, and it's a great place to store carbon. I thought, pretty good for him. I also wanted to share with you a magazine that comes out, I think it's monthly. It's called Firearm Magazine. It's done out of the Northwest Territories, or Yukon, pardon me, Whitehorse, Yukon in Canada. It's called www, or go to the website, www.canadianguns.com. Pretty cool. You can buy all kinds of firearms and things, and the guy that runs it, Paul, he's a great guy. He's got a great business, and there's just pages and pages of information on firearms and related items for sale. Canada Post. they don't know what to do about this $1 million that recently they found out that they can't find it, okay? They paid a former cabinet minister, liberal cabinet minister, of course, and this particular man, I've actually met him in my past, and he's a liberal. I mean, he's been charged for all kinds of things, and he made the words or the phrase famous, "I'm entitled to my entitlements." He's a lawyer, of course, and a liberal, of course, and he wants everything for nothing. And I guess he's getting it because he was even in charge of the Canadian Mint one time in Winnipeg, and the government, and the people rather, continue to pay this man. Imagine $1 million fee, and he was a consultant, and people are now saying, we don't even know what he did, nobody saw him, but he got the money, because that's what they do. They take from the working people. They gotta be outlawed. Somebody's got to get a man on that, and that would be a conservative statesman, not a politician. Let me end today with this. At the electric company, we would be delighted if you send in your payment. However, if you don't, you will be. Y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.